little glimpse into our security team.
Welcome to security.
Tea time. No teasing. It's for anybody who is new.
No, stop that. We all are shining. Bodies broken for performing such miracles. I am a miracle. We are all miracles. Made up of particles. I'll make a difference. I will have lived.
I understand why people chase these clips. I get it. Amazing. And so going to the sunlight, I just stop. 7 minutes. I looked at the time. Yeah, I remember talking about that. It's so incredible together for just a brief moment.
They got you for you too strong. Me, I felt like I just belong. Yeah, baby, this is security. Yeah, with fast and with secure in the perimeter. Let's wait and see.
Good morning. Out by the lake doing my practice. And the magnificent tree overhead. Isn't that beautiful? The sounds of nature all around. Get your meditation on. Hey there, so I am here at winter solstice and I am going to register. It is a gorgeous sunny day. OMG, look around, look up in the clouds and the sky, see the blue and the trees, see the stars. Maybe you'll see even some birds. Dream a little dream of me. This is my bag. I decorated it already. Sundari kitten. Yay! Yay! I'm all registered and I have my badge. Looky, looky. It is a sunshiny day. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. I am going to eat me some food. I am on the waterfront under the tree and I'm gonna be. So here I am about to eat my lunch. I'm all registered. Yay! Because when you come in on security, it's a bit bright by the way. When you come in on security, you gotta start work before even registration is open. So I'm pretty excited to share all of this experience with y'all. I've got the sun shining at me. I am just enjoying this amazing, beautiful sunshine, warmth. Oh, not just the warmth of the atmosphere of the day, of the sun, not just the temperature, but the warmth of the family, the environment, the essence of just being in this space. It's amazing. So like I can only look at you for so long before my eyes go, oh, it's bright. The future's so bright. I gotta wear shades. And these are an old pair of sunglasses, but they have served me well. So for lunch, here's what we got. I had to layer this because we got salad, and then there's a soup in there, and then there's this beautiful cauliflower that's curry. Yummy, yummy, what in my tummy. And then I'm gonna run off to Walmart and bring some people to Bell's to pick up some shorts. People came in from other areas, didn't anticipate this gorgeous weather. It's absolutely divine. And if I get a chance, I'm gonna jump in that lake today, tomorrow, whenever I can get my body in it. I just feel ultimately just so blessed right now. I've had some amazing conversations. Everything from how when you put a label on something, you have completely dismissed it, because what happens is, now check this out, I was having this conversation this past week about how, I keep getting these body surges of like heat, but they're not overwhelming. Like, I'm aware of them and I sit with them. But when I shared that with other people, they were saying things like, well, maybe you're going through the changes, maybe you're going through perimenopause. But here's what one of the conversations I had that I truly appreciated, because this put me in a mode of going, that's right. And then I listened to Joe Dispenza say exactly the same thing later that night. This is this past week. Ultimately, my girlfriend reminded me, she goes, it's just a change in energy. You're going through some different way of like harnessing and recognizing in your body how you feel things. And I was like, you know what? That's so true. And when I feel that surge come up, I'm like, okay, now what is this trying to tell me about myself? Instead of putting this label that just allows me to go, oh, look, that's just that. Just put it over there. Because when we don't allow ourselves to be present with what is, that's what labeling is. It's making the ego, the mind, happy with the idea that, oh, I can put some label on that. Because now that I know what it is, I don't have to deal with it. So putting a label, giving it a name, anything, allows you to dismiss it instead of be with it. Whereas when you're just with it, it doesn't even require a label or a name. So instead of saying, oh, that's just a change, that's just my body just doing something, don't worry about it, don't pay attention to it, because it's just going to happen again, and you don't have to pay attention to it then either. But that's where I try to remind y'all, you got to feel it to heal it. If you don't sit with what is, how can you allow yourself to grow? You have to be in this moment to create that momentum, moment to moment, to evolve, to grow, to be present is to, right? To be. And that is the gift of life, right? I really, really appreciated that reminder, and because I was already in that space that when I do feel these changes, these energy, I feel the heat rising, which can also be Kundalini, creative energy. That's what you feel. It's a heat. It's a energy molecules are rubbing against each other. That's what creates heat, creates friction, contrast, right? Difference in temperatures are also contrast. I've noticed it's meant to get your attention. If you go from hot to cold, it's like the pendulum you all hear me talk about, That's one extreme to the other. Now, can you come in between them and be present with it and go, okay, what's this? What just shifted? Can I feel into this? What am I meant to glean from this situation? What is the gift of this present? If I am present, I can be with what is. And then I can glean some insight into me I see. So that's my bliss bite for today. And it was really sweet because one of our security people, he expressed exactly what I just said in a different way, just talking about his name. That when I went through my first yoga teacher training in January of 2011, it was Hatha Vinyasa. I was in Nicaragua for the month of that January. We were talking about the sunrise, and we were saying how you start to say things like, oh, that's so beautiful, it's stunning, you describe it. Now you're no longer present with it because you're categorizing, you're putting a word to it. When you're present with it, it's already your gift. But the moment you try to label it and put descriptive, flowy, fancy words, flowery, all that stuff, you've taken yourself out of the moment, because then you're already grabbing for stuff that isn't there. You're not there. And so his name, for example, is Yahweh, which is Hebrew, and many people know it as to translate to God, but it's actually all that is, the unnameable, right? even saying Yahweh, that's putting a label on it, right? But isn't that the irony? We feel like we have to keep putting names and things on top of things when we are just meant to be. Yes. So, bon appetit, enjoy your lunch wherever you may be. Try to be present with each bite. Engage all of your senses. Smell it. Does it have a sound? Feel it with your tongue, with your mouth. Taste it. Right? Look at it intently with that, wow. Just be, right? But it's all about the senses and engaging them fully. That's where you're really gonna get the juiciness. And again, you can't put a label on it and you can't describe it, because it just is when you just are. So, let me know in the comments, how are you present? What is your gift today?